Hey there, welcome into today's Vinyasa flow. So today we're going to be getting into the whole body. We'll be on our hands and on our feet at different times throughout class, and we'll be playing with traditional poses but adding balance challenges to them. So working into our ankles and calves and feet actually a little bit more than we typically would, and just working on coordination and balance, and having to go within so we can focus on what's going on within our body and just let all the distractions around us go. So it'll bring us into the present moment like immediately. And so this will be, although we'll be working with balance, because of that inward focus that the balance will create, it'll be a nice good grounding flow. So no matter what happens, let's just have fun and modify your practice however you need. If you want to intensify or detensify something at any time, just do it. Listen to your body. Your breath and your body are always your best teachers. So yeah, you may want a couple blocks. And if you're used to using a strap would be a great idea, but it's possible you may not need any of it. So just grab what you think you might need. And so to get started, we're going to start in hero's pose. If that doesn't feel good, just stay in Sukhasana, the crisscross seated position. Hero's pose, you can be on your shins. You can tuck your heels under, or you can actually sit on a block or a pillow or something. But just bring your knees together, however, no matter how you're positioning your ankles and your feet here. And so just go ahead and find the hero's pose, the virasana that works for you, and sit up tall. And then notice how, for me, I start to round through my lower back. I start to push the top of my pelvis forward. So you're going to engage your core, so you're going to bring your core navel to spine, and then you'll notice a little bit more lengthening in your back. That's what we're looking for. Then from there, you should be able to lift your chest a little bit more, shoulder blades down your back. And allow your hands to rest on your lap, in your lap, hands down, hands up, doesn't matter. Just find the position that works for you. And once we're here in this position, go ahead and just notice, with your eyes closed or a gentle gaze in front of you, just notice any sounds around you. Not looking for sounds, just allowing them to come to you. And not putting any judgments of good or bad on the sounds. Notice the temperature on your skin. If you're outside, maybe the sun on your skin or a breeze on your skin. And then start to notice your breath. Not manipulating anything at first, just noticing if it's all in your chest and your belly, maybe both. Again, no labels, just noticing and becoming aware. Start to make your breath a little deeper, bringing your breath a little bit more into your hips with each breath. Allowing the extension of your belly forward to happen to allow for the diaphragm to move down towards your hips so your lungs can expand just a little bit more. Keeping your focus on your inhales and your exhales, allowing them both to be equal in length. Maybe playing with a gentle pause at the top of each breath and a gentle pause at the bottom of each breath. Notice what happens to your mind when you add those pauses. When you stop breathing like that for a brief moment, it actually clears your mind and brings yourself to the present moment instantly. Because your mind's like, why did we stop breathing? Just notice how that happens for you, or maybe it doesn't. Couple more breaths here. Maybe setting an intention for your practice, or just recognizing yourself for making it to your mat. And the base of your next exhale, bring your chin towards your chest. Feeling nice stretch down the back of your neck. Bring your shoulders back and away. And then you're going to blink your eyes open and lift your head up. From here, let's bring arms out and up. Inhale. Exhale, hands to your heart. Connecting breath to movement. Inhale. And exhale, one more just like that, and then we'll get into our neck and shoulders a little bit. Inhale, out and up. And exhale, hands to your heart. Go ahead and bring your hands to your lap or by your sides, and then from here, just roll your shoulders back. So you're gonna wanna focus on bringing your shoulders up towards your ears. Squeeze your shoulder blades back together, and then bring your shoulder blades down your back while they're squeezing together. Then you'll find that opening in front of your chest. Reverse your circles, so go forward. Notice how one way may feel good and the other one may feel weird, or maybe not. Just noticing, becoming aware. And then find one big round back with your shoulders, allowing your shoulder blades to drape down. And then let's find some neck rolls, bringing one ear to your shoulder, and then chin towards your chest, and then other ear to other shoulder, side to side. Just gentle movements, warming ourselves up, preparing our body for a little bit more intensity throughout our practice. And then from here, next time your right ear is over to the right, go ahead and keep it there. And then you're going to take your left arm, palm face forward, and then palm face back, thumb down, and then bring the back of your hand to your lower back. And allow your head to drape over to the right, finding a big stretch here on the left side. And then notice if your left shoulder is rounding forward, go ahead and squeeze or bring your shoulder blade down and back. And then release your arm, bring your chin down to your chest, and then bring left ear to left shoulder. Right arm goes out to the right, palm forward, bring thumb down, palm back, and then the back of palm to your lower back. Find your breath. Notice if your right shoulder is rounding forward, you're going to bring your right shoulder back and down. Just breathe in here. And then gently releasing. Make your way off of your block here. And then we're going to come into a really tight little tabletop position. Actually, let's do a full tabletop, and let's do some cat-cows. I can't not do cat-cows. All right, inhale, drop belly, lift gaze, pull chest forward. It helps with flexion and extension in your spine. Exhale, round through your spine, look in at your navel. Inhale, drop belly, lift gaze. Once you're in this position, go ahead and bring left shoulder to left hip, and then back to neutral, and then right shoulder to right hip, back to neutral. And then next exhale, round through your spine, look in at your navel. Same thing, bring left shoulder to left hip. So we're adding some lateral flexion in through the spine, back to neutral, and then right shoulder to right hip, back to neutral. Find a neutral spine, start making circles here, warming up through our wrists. If this is not anything for you, you're not feeling much sensation, you're going to rotate your fingers out. And always being gentle with our wrists, not working through pain, but just allowing things to be uncomfortable but not painful. If you need more, you can point your fingers back and rotate here. Finding your breath. And then hands face forward. Now we're going to come into that short little tabletop position. So you're going to tuck your left toes under, and then you're going to bring your right foot in front. So it's a really just a 90 degree in your back in both knees. And then from here, we're going to extend forward into our front knee. So typically I would say don't let your knee cross over your toe line. But for today, we're actually looking for that. We're stretching through our Achilles here. So make sure your foot is fully planted. And then we're going to push into that knee, feeling the stretch in our Achilles. Tuck your left toes under, start to walk. You can have blocks on either side of you here and walk yourself back if you need to. And then sit back onto your left hip and extend right leg. So you're going to keep your foot in this position so then you don't, or in this area right here, so you don't have to move back and forth. So just rise up, hinge forward, push into your knee. I mean, adjust your foot if you need to, but try to keep it in one spot. And then hinge back, straighten your front leg, toes toward your face, and sit back towards your left hip. Inhale forward. Exhale here. Inhale, hinge back, straighten leg. And exhale here. Let's do one more. Hinge forward, push into your right knee, crossing over your toe line here. And then hinging back, straighten your front leg. Back to Anjane, come to tabletop and then step left toes forward. So from here we're going to hinge forward, tuck your toes, hinge back. Now you might need to adjust your foot the first time. Inhale, hinge forward, hold for the exhale. Feel your hips drop a little bit more on the exhale. Tuck your right toes under, sit back, straighten left leg, toes towards your face. Inhale and exhale. Inhale forward. Exhale here. Sit back, inhale. And exhale. Last one, inhale forward. And exhale back. Inhale, rise. Make your way to tabletop. And we're going to do some hip carves here, getting into our glutes and flossing through our hips. All right, so bear with me. This is kind of a funny movement. I'm going to start with my left leg. You could start with either one. So you're going to be in tabletop, and then you're going to extend your left leg behind you. Knee is bent, foot is flexed. And then you're going to engage through your lower abs so you have length and support and through your lower back. So your knee may fall or come down a little bit, and that's okay. Your glutes are going to work more, and that's what we're looking for. All right, from here, so navel to spine, foot is in donkey kick position, and then we're going to rotate our knee out, our foot in towards midline. Bring your knee towards your shoulder as much as you can. It may not be a lot, and that's okay. Then we're going to rotate our leg right underneath us so our shin is parallel to the floor, and then back to neutral and hover. From here, we're going to go the opposite direction. Knee towards your chest. Now we're going to rotate our foot out, knee towards shoulder, and then we're going to kick in a semicircle position until we're back to that donkey kick. So you need to internally rotate through your leg there, and then knee back to neutral. We have two more this side, and you'll notice your other glute working a lot. So it's working both sides. From here, donkey kick. Rotate knee out, foot in. Bring knee towards your shoulder, keep your other hip pushing in, and then bring your knee underneath you, shin parallel to the ground, knee back to neutral. Knee into your chest, rotate foot out, knee towards shoulder, semicircle back into a donkey kick with that internal rotation, and knee down. Last one, here we go, donkey kick, navel to spine. Remember, no rounding in our back. Externally rotate, bring knee towards shoulder. Internally rotate, bring knee under your chest, leg back to neutral. Here we go. Last little bit here, knee to chest, knee towards your shoulder, semicircle around, internally rotate to the donkey kick, and the knee back down. Whew. All right, so I feel work more in my opposite hip than I do in the hip carving side. So check out and see what works for you or what you're feeling. All right, from here, second side, 3 times. It's 2 parts for each round here. So it's like 6 different sections. So in our donkey kick, rotate, knee out, foot in, knee towards shoulder. Keep your other hip pushing in so you're not leaning too far out. Bring your knee underneath you, shin parallel to the ground, and then bring knee back to neutral. Here we go, knee to our chest. And then externally rotate, bring knee to shoulder, foot goes out. Little half circle here into a donkey kick position, and knee back to neutral. That's 1. 2 more. Inhale up. Exhale, knee to shoulder. If your breath is not following mine, that's fine. Inhale, knee to chest, and exhale back to neutral. Just make sure your breath is fluid. Inhale, knee to chest. Exhale, foot out, knee towards shoulder. Semicircle back into your donkey kick, and then exhale, bring your knee down. 1 more. Inhale up. Exhale out. Actually, you know what? Yeah, this is the last one. Knee to chest. And then knee down. I think I was trying to get out of doing one of these. Knee to your chest, last half of the last one. Knee out, foot out, knee towards shoulder. Half circle around to your donkey kick. And the knee comes down. Toes together, feet out, child's pose. Just go ahead and sit back and rest. Allow your shoulders to relax, your wrists to relax. I'm sorry for the sirens, but I send love to whoever they're going to help and all the people that are there to help. Find your breath. Remember why you're here. Next, inhale, look up, bring your arms forward, hands plant down, hinge forward into your plank position. So knees can be down or knees can be up. If your knees are up, you're going to really lift the backs of your kneecaps up by squeezing in through your quads. Breathe here. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, hinge forward. Exhale, push back. Inhale, hinge forward. Exhale, push back. So you should feel pushing back into your heels. Inhale, forward. Exhale, back. Inhale, forward. Exhale, back. 2 more. Inhale, forward. Exhale, back. Navel to spine. Inhale, forward. Exhale, back. Find neutral position. Inhale here. And exhale, downward facing dog. Hips up and away. Pedal out your dog. Make some movements. Shake your head yes and no. Check in with your foundation here. Spread your fingers wide. Feet should be about hip distance or a little bit wider. So remember, it's all about the length in your spine rather than the length or the straightness in your legs. So bend your knees if you need to keep that straightness in your back. And then play with straightening your legs little by little to help get you into the pose properly. Next, inhale, slide forward into plank. Find your plank position, hinge forward, and exhale, lower for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Untuck your toes. Inhale, baby cobra. Squeeze your shoulder blades together here. Push the tops of your feet into the mat. 1 more breath. And at the base of your exhale, lower down. Tuck your toes under. Either push into your toes or push into your knees. Squeeze your elbows in. And we're going to push up to plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. Here we go again. Inhale, slide forward into plank. Hinge forward, slow lower for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Untuck your toes, inhale, baby cobra, or maybe you're ready for full cobra, keeping elbows bent and squeezing in by your sides, fingers are spread wide, tops of your feet pushing into the mat, and then gently release down. Tuck your toes under, squeeze your elbows in, and then we're gonna push up to plank, inhale, exhale, downward facing dog. Next, inhale, slide forward into plank, last round, hinge forward here, slow lower for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Untuck your toes. We're gonna go to either baby cobra, cobra, or if you're ready, up dog. Thighs are off the mat, feet are pushing into the mat. Just like plank, you're gonna push the backs of your kneecaps up towards the ceiling to get the quad engagement. Pull your chest forward, shoulder blades down your back. Maybe slight tuck of your chin, or maybe look up, doesn't matter. Breathe in. And breathe out. Lower all the way down to the mat. Gently tuck your toes under, squeeze elbows in, and here we go. We're gonna inhale here, and then as you exhale, push up. Inhale at the top. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a couple breaths here, reminding yourself why you're here, why you move your body, love your body, and give back to yourself. If you can, allow your head to hang heavy, maybe shake your head yes and no. Inhale, look forward between your hands, and exhale, step, hop, or walk to the front of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift, long spine. Exhale, fold it in. 2 more. Inhale, halfway lift, long spine. We're going to pause here. Take your inner thighs and rotate them back so you feel your sit bones move away from one another, and then take your weight and hinge forward into the balls of your feet. Bring your chest forward, shoulder blades down your back. You should feel the backs of your legs wake up a lot. Exhale, fold in. Gentle bend into your knees is always a great idea. Inhale, halfway lift, last one. So there's that internal rotation of our thighs, taking our inner thighs back. Hinge your weight forward, pull your chest forward, exhale, fold in. Root down into your feet, let's rise up, arms sweep wide and high. And then exhale, hands to your heart. Surya Namaskar A. Inhale, arms out and up, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, dive forward. Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift. Ardha Uttanasana. And exhale, plant your hands. Step back or jump back. Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale into your back bend. And then exhale, maybe an extra chaturanga or push up to your downward facing dog. You can always skip the second push-up if the first chaturanga was enough, which I would understand. Deep breath in, slow breath out. Inhale, look forward. Look where you want your feet to go. Exhale, bend your knees, sit back, and jump to the front of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold in. Root down into your feet, rise up. And exhale, hands to your heart. Here we go. Inhale, arms out and up, Urdhva Hastasana. Let's pause here and lift our heels off the mat. Come onto your toes. Maybe look up. And then exhale, heels down, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands, chaturanga. So either step back to plank or jump back to chaturanga. If you're jumping back, jump back to bent elbows. Inhale into your back bend. Bring your chest forward. Engage your glutes. Exhale, either push up or straight to downward facing dog. Breath in. Breath out. One more just like that. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, travel to the top. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold it in. Root down, let's rise up. And exhale, hands to our heart. All right, Namaste Tihi real quick. Feeling equal standing, equal balance. And let's get going. Inhale, arms reach out and up. Urdhva Hastasana. Go ahead and lift your heels here. Push into the base of your big toes and squeeze your inner thighs towards one another. That can help with your balance. Next, exhale, heels down, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands, Chaturanga. Inhale into your back bend. Then exhale, push up. Maybe don't tuck your toes under for a little bit more of a challenge. Push up, and then exhale, downward facing dog. Connecting to your breath. Noticing any chaos that has been created in our body through these different postures and movements. Use your breath to help control and slow your breath and that chaos. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, travel to the top. Inhale, halfway lift, long spine. Exhale, fold it in. Root down, let's rise up. And then exhale, hands to your heart. All right, stay facing forward. I'm going to turn towards you for this next portion. I'm going to do kind of like a slight turn. So from here, we're going to do inhale, arms up. And then exhale, chair pose. So we're going to sit down like we're sitting in a chair. We're going to bring our arms back by our sides like an airplane arms. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, chair with airplane arms. So you're bringing your chest really low. That should allow you to sit into your hips a little bit more. Inhale, arms up. Maybe this time you lift your heels. Push into your big toes to help find that balance. And then heels down, chair pose. Inhale, reach up. Maybe lift your heels up. Maybe you keep your heels lifted this time while we come down to chair on our toes into airplane arms. Inhale, keep your heels lifted if you can. You're always welcome to bring them down anytime. Push into the base of your big toe, squeeze your inner thighs. Exhale, chair pose with heels lifted. Nice slow movements here. 2 more. Inhale, rise up, nice and slow, find your balance. Exhale, come on down. Talk about bringing yourself to the present moment right away. Inhale, rise up, last one. Keep your heels lifted. And then exhale, heels down, hips back. Inhale, rise. Heels down, and exhale, hands to your heart. Now, we're going to do the same thing, but I'm going to add on a little fun diver's pose here. We're going to play with that. So inhale, arms up, heels up. Keep your heels lifted, bend into your knees, chair pose with airplane arms, exactly where we were. Now here we go. We're going to keep our heels lifted, our arms and torso stay exactly as they are. Our chest is going to come down towards the ground as we straighten our legs for diver's pose. Reach your hands up really high. That'll help to keep your balance here. Diver's pose for all you swimmers out there. Oh yeah. I'm just kidding. One more breath here. Keep your heels lifted, push into the base of your big toes. And then heels down, hands down. Woo. Bring your feet out wide, toes point out, heels in, Malasana. Sit it down. Maybe sway side to side if that feels good. So here we go in Malasana, one of my, to be honest, least favorite poses. And sometimes my lower back doesn't feel good in this position, so I need to sit on a block. So totally optional. You can sit on a block, on a box, on a book, whatever. Wherever you are, you're going to bring your elbows to your inner knees, and then your hands going to come together and push your knees away. All right, so know that that block option is there. And then from here, you're going to take your right hand over to the right and lift your left arm out to the left. Flying our arms here, opening up. Excuse me. And then left side over to the left, right arm up to the right. It's like you're trying to go in for a hug, but you're kind of leaning to the side and you're like, come on, give it to me. I don't know. And then back to neutral, Vinyasa. You're welcome to go to child's pose too, or crow pose is actually what I was going to say, but child's pose also an option. And hands down to the mat, legs come straight, toe heel your feet to neutral. Inhale, halfway lift. Long spine, navel to spine. Exhale, plant your hands, step back, plank pose. You can jump back too if you want. Hinge forward, lower halfway down. Inhale into your back bend of choice. Exhale, lower halfway down. And then inhale up. Exhale, downward facing dog. All right, let's get into some standing positions here. So left foot stays down, inhale, right leg up and back. Extend through your heel. And on your exhale, keep your right leg lifted as your left heel comes down to the mat a little bit more. Feel that stretch in your Achilles. Inhale, lift right leg a little bit more, squeeze right glute. And then exhale, right knee to right elbow. Tap. Then if you can, you're gonna lift your knee up to your right shoulder. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, knee to chest. Once you're there, lift your knee higher, round through your upper back. Inhale, three-legged dog. And exhale, right knee to left elbow. Hold there and then lift it a little higher towards your shoulder and extend your right leg out to the right. Left foot plants down, lift left arm up and left arm overhead. Any variation is great here. Breathe, open your chest, find a balance. And left hand comes down, three-legged dog, inhale. And exhale, knee to chest. Rotate back foot down 90 degrees, coming up, warrior two. All right, here we go. So warrior two, front foot is facing forward, back foot is parallel to the back of the mat, arms are out to a T position. Look back, make sure your back hand is going straight back, and then bend into your front knee a little bit more. My back hip tends to stick up, so I kind of have to like push it down. So notice if that will work for you, and then push into the pinky toe edge of your back foot. From here, torso is facing to the side, clasp your hands, open your chest. Bend into your front knee a little bit more. Arms out to a T, inhale. And then exhale, extended side angle, forearm to thigh. Left arm reaches forward. Inhale, reverse your triangle. So push into your right heel, straighten your right leg, and lift your right arm back behind you. Push your left hip forward. Come back, exhale, extended side angle, arm onto thigh to the inside, or reaching forward. And either way, if you can, lift your right heel. And then inhale, reverse. Straighten your front leg, lift your toes off the mat, push your heel down. Foot comes flat, extended side angle, lifting heel, deciding which position works for you. Foot comes down, straighten front leg, reverse, lift your toes. Exhale, extended side angle, lifting your heel. Foot down, toes lift, straighten leg, reverse. One more. Extended side angle, lift your front heel, and reverse triangle, lift your toes. Find warrior two, foot plants down, and from here we're going to bring left arm underneath right for eagle. So you're going to cross your elbows, bend your elbows, back of palms touch, or back of hands touch palms, or grab your shoulders. All options are great. And then from here, we're going to rotate our torso and hips towards the front as we unplug our back heel. Squeeze your right hip in. Start to hinge forward, straighten your left leg. All weight into right leg as you lift left leg behind you. Left toes point down. That's an internal rotation from your hip. Inhale, rise into stork pose with eagle arms. And you guessed it, sit back, eagle pose. You can tuck your toes under. You can do the option that I'm going to suggest is lifting your heel off the mat, coming onto your toes. Or if you want to try a different variation, you're going to rotate towards the left. Rotate towards left for a twisted eagle. You can rotate to the right too. I just don't think it's as much of a challenge. Maybe it is though. Sit down. If you want, you can crunch in with me. And rise up. One more crunch. If you're doing that option, remember you can do the twisted version or come onto your toes. Next, inhale, uncross your legs, bring your feet wide, arms wide, star pose. Exhale, hands behind your back, clasp your hands. Inhale, broaden across your chest, and exhale, fold forward. So you should have a little bit wider stance in your legs, about as wide as your mat. And then hinge your weight towards your toes. Allow your arms to hang back behind you. Head is heavy. Notice your breath. And gently bring your hands to your lower back and then rise up. From here, inhale, arms reach out and up. Exhale, dive forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale into your back bend. Exhale, push up. And downward facing dog. Here we go, second side. Inhale, left leg up and back. Left leg stays lifted. Exhale, right heel towards the ground. Find the stretch in the Achilles. Inhale, lift left leg a little bit more. Squeeze glute. And then exhale, knee to chest. Hinge it forward to right elbow. And left elbow. And then lift towards left shoulder. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, knee to chest. Lift up into your chest. Inhale, three-legged dog. And exhale, cross body over to right elbow this time. Lift up towards right shoulder. And then extend left leg out to the right. Inhale, right arm comes up. Right foot plants down. Find your variation here. Maybe arm reaches overhead, or you grab your front foot or lift your foot, or try something different and unique. Doesn't matter. And here we go. Right hand comes down. Inhale, three-legged dog. And exhale, knee to chest. Step foot through. Back foot parallel to the back of the mat. Warrior two. Here we go. I'm going to turn around so I don't have my back to you. But you stay just as you are. All right. So warrior two. Arms out to a T. Squeeze shoulder blades together. And then notice your back hip if it's creeping up, and push it down into place. Push into the pinky toe edge of your back foot. Take a breath in. Breath out. As you exhale, bring your hands behind your back and open your chest here. So clasp your hands and then bring your hands towards the ground as your chest lifts up. And be sure to be pushing your hips forward to help support your lower back. Gently release. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, extended side angle. Inhale, reverse your triangle, straighten through your front leg by pushing into that heel, and left arm reaches up and back. Push your right hip forward. Exhale into extended side angle. This time you can add on those different variations and possibly left heel lifts. Heel comes down. Reverse your triangle, lift your toes, your left toes here. Exhale, extended side angle, lift your heel. Inhale, reverse, lifting toes. Exhale, extended side angle. Two more, including this round. Inhale, reverse, lift your toes. And then last one, extended side angle, lift your heel. And then inhale, reverse, lift your toes. Find a neutral position in your warrior two. And then we're going to find eagle arms. So right arm underneath left this time, or grab opposite shoulders with your right elbow underneath. So find the warrior two with eagle arms. Squeeze through your inner thighs, and then we're going to start to rotate to the front of the mat, unplugging your back heel. From here, start to hinge forward, straighten your back leg, squeeze left hip in, and then come to standing on left leg. Foot is flexed, your back foot is flexed, toes point down, finding that internal rotation here. And then inhale, rise to stork with eagle arms, crossing legs, eagle pose. Woo! And then from here you have those options, maybe lifting your heel, maybe finding the twist, going towards the right this time for the twisted eagle. You can try going to the left. I find that to be a little bit less challenging. Or follow me with 2 crunches in. So crunch down nice and slow. Rise up. Lifting your chest, not your hips. Your hips are going to stay as low as possible. Crunch in. Inhale, rise. And then from here, from eagle, uncross your legs, straighten your legs, inhale, widen your stance, arms come wide. And then exhale, bring your hands behind your back, open your chest here. And gently release. I'm going to come back to the front of the mat. You stay right where you are. Doing a little dance here on my mat. All right, so feet come wide, coming back to Malasana. So inhale, arms reach out and up. Exhale, hands to your heart, sit down, squat down. Remember, you can sit on a block. That's a great option here. So you're welcome to go to crow and just play with that arm balance or any other arm balance that sounds good to you. So do what you want to do right now. If you want to follow me, I'm going to take us into a bind in Malasana. We're going to play with standing with that bind. All right, so we'll do the right side first. So you're going to bring your right arm out to the right, lift left arm out to the left. And then from here, your right hand, thumb points down, palm back, like we did earlier. And then bring your hand behind your back towards your right hip. The left hand, thumb down, reach around, grab behind your back. All right, you can stay here, open your chest, look over your left shoulder. If you want to try the standing balance pose, maybe be on a steadier surface than I am. You're gonna bring your left leg in, start to lift your hips, bring your right foot in, and then you're going to stand with a bind with your knee into your chest. Squeeze in through your left glute, broaden across your chest. Bring your left shoulder back if that feels okay. And then we come back down. Come down the same way we came in. Squat down. Second side. If you're playing with crow, continue to play, or come to Malasana anytime. Open arms, left arm out to the left, right arm out up to the right. Left palm down, bring it towards left hip. Right thumb down, bring it towards left hip as well. And then from here, you're either gonna stay here, or you're gonna bring your feet in. Some people could just go straight from Malasana to the standing balance pose. I don't know how they do it. All right, so I have to kind of straighten my left leg a little bit, but keep the bind, and then rise up. Standing tall, squeeze right glute, find that foundation, broaden across your chest. And then from here, slowly come down. Foot down, feet out, Malasana. And then go ahead and sit down. Boop. My favorite part of Malasana, you can just sit down so easily. Okay, so for this next section, it's possible you may want blocks because sometimes that just feels good to me. So I'll show you where we're headed. And then you can decide if you want blocks or not. So we're coming to a reverse tabletop. So reverse tabletop. This is a big stretch in your shoulders. So just do what you can. If you need to, hips can be a little lower. Just finding your point of the edge here, and then from here we're going to drop our hips down, straighten our legs, bring our hips back, and then if you can, lift your legs. Ugh. I can't. I swear they lift. No, she lift up, tabletop, reverse tabletop. Join in when you're ready. Sit back, lift hips. Maybe one leg will lift. That works for me. Sorry, there was a mosquito on me. Inhale, reverse tabletop. Extend back. Maybe lift the other leg. Inhale, lift up. And then exhale, sit back. When you sit back, there is kind of like a cow or a cat pose in our upper back. Let's see. Nope, not today. Inhale, lift up. 2 more. Exhale, sit back. Inhale. And last one. Exhale. And then go ahead and sit down. Bring out your wrist. Go ahead and clasp your hands and rotate through your wrists like a figure 8 or infinity sign. And then go the opposite direction. Whew. Remove blocks. And let's do a quick little core workout with eagle crunches. So we're going to cross our right leg over our left. You can do the full bind with the foot around the calf, but you don't have to. Right leg on top, right arm on bottom, okay? And from here, tap your toes down, or toe down, and tap your fingertips behind you. And then as you exhale, tap up. Inhale down, and then exhale, tap up. If you want to go a little deeper, you're going to twist to the right and kind of skip the tap of the knee and kind of try to go towards, almost like you're going towards the left knee. And here we go, just keep going. Exhale as you come up, inhale as you lower. Finding your rhythm, finding your breath here. And then we'll do 2 more like this. Last one. And then unwrap your arms, find a steeple grip. So you're gonna grab, all fingers are gonna close in except for your index fingers. Bring your legs up, and then we're gonna reach over to the right with our steeple grip, and we're gonna pulse here for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold at the top. Pulse once for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release, switch sides. Left leg on top, left arm underneath. And tap down, crunch up. Exhale as you crunch. So we always want to exhale when we're exerting energy. Typically in yoga, that is not always the option, or not always how we've been taught to cue. But just keep in mind that exerting energy deserves an exhale. So if you're exerting, you exhale. I never realized that. It's like EX and EX. Here we go. 2 more here. And then we'll find that steeple grip. Last one. All right, steeple grip. Knees up. Reach over to the right. Pulse for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And we'll hold at the top. Little pulses for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. What? Knees into your chest. Give yourself a squeeze. Rock side to side. Maybe a happy baby will feel good in this position. So knees towards our armpits, feet towards the ceiling. Again, maybe rocking side to side. Stretching one leg and then the other. Let's place our feet onto the ground, hands by our sides, and lift hips. So keep your navel to your spine. So your upper back is essentially on the mat in this position. Although there is the position of bridge in yoga where you lift and do a crazy back bend. Not this time. We're going to bring our navel to our spine. We're going to do a traditional bridge, feeling into our glutes a little bit more. breathe here. So tuck your tailbone. Notice how you can get a little bit more stretch into your hip flexors. One more breath. And exhale, we lower. All right, grab behind your thighs, rock and roll. We're rocking and rolling to a chair position. So rock as many times as you need to get momentum to take us to chair. When you're ready, rise on up, chair pose. All right, hands to your hips. Lift your heels here. And then this is a friend of mine who's a yoga teacher does this, and I love it. So from here, we're just gonna keep everything as is. We're gonna lower and lift, lower and lift, keeping your heels lifted. Push into the base of your big toes. Breathing. You should feel your inner thighs working a little bit more, and as well as your quads. 2 more. Last one. And rise to standing. Woo, shake that out. Wow. All right. From here, inhale, arms out and up. Maybe look up. Squeeze through your glutes, and exhale, release that squeeze and forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands. Step back or jump back, chaturanga. Inhale into your back bend of choice. Baby cobra, cobra, or up dog. And downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg up and back. Exhale, right knee to your chest, hinge forward, pause here. Lift your knee a little higher, and then step your foot between your hands. Rotate your back foot down 90 degrees. Rotate up. Coming to what looks like a warrior two, but we're coming to triangle. So for triangle, for this position, particular triangle, you might want a shorter stance than you would for a warrior two position. It's going to be either a heel to heel or a heel to arch alignment. So front heel lines up with back heel or back arch. All right, from here, arms out to a T. Let's get some hip tilts in. We're going to feel the stretch in through our right hamstring. So inhale here, and exhale, reach forward. So you're reaching forward as much as you can, finding that stretch, making sure your whole foot is pushing down into the mat. And then we'll inhale, rise. Exhale, reach. Inhale, rise. Exhale, reach. Inhale, rise. Exhale, reach. Last one. Inhale, rise. Exhale, reach. And then we find triangle 6 and 12 o'clock. So I'm going to offer a bound triangle if you want to take it. It's not for everybody. Remember, binds are really all about proportions of the body. So just because you might not be able to do it doesn't mean that it's a bad thing. It just is. So anyways, what I'm trying to say is no judgment. All right, so rotate your palm back, thumb points back. Bring your palm, back of your palm to your right hip. Like, which hip is that? And then if you can grab onto your right hip here with your left hand. You can stay here, this is great. Or you're going to continue to hinge forward, and this is where a shorter stance may help. Take your right arm underneath your right leg and grab onto your left hand. And then from there, you're going to open up your left shoulder towards the sky. Remember, this is completely optional. Don't have to do it. We are going to keep the bind into the next standing balance pose if you want to join, but remember, you don't have to, and you can just do the half bind. You can just do the left arm, left hand to right hip. All right, if you want to go into bound half moon, we're going to bend into our right knee, maybe toe heel your back foot forward a little bit. Find the weight into your right leg, and then lift left leg behind you. Flex your left foot. Extend through your left heel, push into the base of your right big toe. Holding as long as you'd like. And then gently releasing the bind, coming into half moon. You may want to block underneath your front hand. That's a great option. And then keeping your left leg lifted, you're just going to close your left hip down so your toes point down, and bring your left hand down. Lift right arm up. For revolved half moon, Parvita Ardha Chandrasana. And then we're going to open up to Ardha Chandrasana half moon. So right hand comes down, left hand lifts, left hip lifts up. So we're stacking hips here. And then back to Parvita Ardha Chandrasana, left hand down, right arm up. 2 more. Right hand down, left hand up, toes point to the left, and then left hand down, right arm up. Whoops. Last one, right hand down, left arm up, and then switch. Woo! And come to a forward fold position. Oh man, every time, gets me every time. All right, so from here we're gonna take our right leg over our left, and then we're gonna walk our hands over to the right. Back to neutral, take your left foot in front of your right, walk your hands over to the left. Back to neutral. Find your feet in neutral position. Inhale, halfway lift, long spine. Exhale, plant your hands, chaturanga. Inhale into your back bend, and exhale, maybe second push up into downward facing dog. All right, you know where we're headed. Here we go. Inhale, left leg up and back. Extend through your heel. Exhale, left knee to chest. Hinge forward, pause. Lift your knee a little higher, round through your upper back, and then step your foot between your hands. Rotate your back foot down 90 degrees, coming up like we're coming to warrior two, but we're setting up for triangle. Remember, we may want a shorter stance in this particular triangle. All right, so arms out to a T. And then from here, inhale. And exhale, reach forward. Looking for the stretch in the back of the left hamstring. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, reach forward. Inhale, lift. Exhale, reach. Inhale, lift. 3 more. Exhale, reach. Inhale, lift. Exhale, reach. So the more you reach, the more you get into your core, which is pretty cool. Last one. Inhale. Exhale, reach, pause, and then rotate arms 6 and 12 o'clock. All right, sorry I have my back to you, but I think it'll be better for demos than going to the back of the mat. So from here, we're gonna take our left thumb, rotate it back so our palm is pointing towards the back, or back body, and then we're gonna take that back of your palm towards your left hip. Either rest it there and hang out. This is a great half bind position, or grab onto your hip. That's a great, or your thigh. That's a great position too. If you want to take the full bind, you're going to take your left hand underneath you and grab that right hand. And once you're there, there's a tendency to really round into your back and just come into it. But if you can, straighten through your spine and lift your right shoulder up. And breathing here. Ooh, I could see the moon. It's a half moon today. Oh, so pretty. I know I've said this before, but if you can practice outside, definitely do so. It's pretty cool, the different birds and scenery that you get. All right, stay here in your triangle if you want, or start to toe heel your back foot forward. Wait until your left leg, and then lift right leg back behind you. Flex through your right foot, extend through your right heel, and push into the base of your left big toe. Breathe. Finding that spot that's not moving. And then gently releasing when you're ready, finding full expression of half moon. Toes point out towards the left, left toes point towards the front, right toes point towards the right. Right arm is up. And then start to bring right hand down, close your hips so your toes point down, but you still extend through your right leg, and then you're going to lift left arm up for Parvrita Arjundrasana. And then from there, left hand down, right arm up. Maybe you can do it without hands touching down in between. Reverse. Let's come to revolved half moon. And then open up to half moon. Keep your back leg as straight as possible. Right hand down, left arm up. I think we have 2 more. And then right arm down, left arm up. Let's do 2 more from here. Inhale here. And as you open up, let's inhale. Last one. Parita Ardha Chandrasana. And then bring your left hand down. Right foot comes down. Woo! Inhale, halfway lift, reset your spine. Exhale, fold in. Now you're going to take your peace fingers, your 2 fingers that you would use for a peace sign. Bring your feet about hip distance apart or wider. Take your peace fingers around your big toe. And then inhale, halfway lift. Push your big toe into your fingers. Your fingers are going to pull up as you lower down. So the big toe is keeping your fingers stuck to the mat, but we're trying to lift and pull our body. I guess we're pulling our body down towards the mat by pulling up with our fingers. Let your head hang heavy. Bent knees is a great option here. So you can still get the same stretch with bent knees. What you're going to do is you're going to work on lifting your sit bone and your tailbone up to the sky, even though your knees are bent. You'll still get the stretch. So try that. Breathe here. So elbows are going to go out to the side. And inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold and root down into your feet. Rise up. And exhale, hands to your heart. All right, inhale, arms reach out and up. Exhale, dive forward, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hands come down, bend your knees. Go ahead and sit down onto your mat. Woohoo! An easy transition. We're almost done here. So let's come to our backs. We're going to do Urdhva Dhanurasana or wheel pose, and just know that bridge pose is an option if wheel pose is not. All right. From here, and I'm going to give some leg variations in Urdhva Dhanurasana wheel pose. And know that you can do them in bridge if that's where you're headed for today. All right, so we're going to set up for bridge first, and then I'll take us to Urdhva Dhanurasana. All right, so feet underneath our knees, push into your heels, hands by your sides, lift your hips. Remember, navel to spine, get your glutes working. If you want the back bend, actually we are doing back bend, so you could release that navel to spine and lift into your hips a little bit more. You'll get more into your shoulders, but make sure there's not any pressure in your neck. So that is an option. All right, if you're coming to wheel pose, you're going to bring your hands by your ears, fingers point towards your body, towards your shoulders, and then you're going to stay in bridge, and you're just going to push into your hands, lift yourself up so the top of your head comes to the mat, squeeze elbows in, and then push into the mat, lift yourself up. So you're either in wheel pose or bridge pose. Both options are excellent. And then if you're wherever you are, you're going to move your left foot a little bit more towards center, and you're going to lift your right leg up. So you can keep your right knee bent or straighten it. I don't think I have that flexibility in this moment. So just find what works for you. And foot comes down. Right foot towards center a little bit more than normal, and then left leg lifts. Maybe you straighten it, maybe not. Gently release. And breathe here. Allow your head to hang heavy. Stay as long as you can. When you're ready to come out, you're going to tuck your chin down, lower yourself, and bring the back of your head down. If you can stay in it, please do. You can play with hinging your weight forward towards the front of the mat, get into your shoulders a little bit more. Squeeze your knees in. And then bring your chin towards your chest, slowly lower so the back of your head comes down, then your upper back and the rest of your back. Go ahead and pause here. Bring your knees to touch, feet out a little bit wider than your hips, and hands onto your belly or your chest. You always bring your left hand onto your chest, right hand onto your belly. Right hand is the hand of receiving feminine energy. That's the left hand. So having it over your heart, you're receiving the energy of your heart into your left hand. I always like to think it transfers over into my right hand, which is your hand of giving, your masculine side. And so it's just like giving right back into you. And breathe here. Just relax. And then go ahead and relax your hands. They can stay exactly where they are. We're coming to figure 4, so right ankle into left thigh, and go ahead and thread through if that feels okay. You can always keep your left foot down and just push your knee away if you're feeling the sensation enough. You can also pull your knee in. When it's down, you can pull your knee in. You get a little bit more of a stretch in through your glute. And so find the position that works for you. If you're in the full figure 4 position, pulling in, go ahead and flex your right foot. Help protect your right knee. You can always grab onto your shin if that is available for you too. Connect to your breath. And then foot comes down. Keep your legs in figure 4. Just allow your legs to go over to the left. Right shoulder comes down to the mat. And then here's another place where you can push your right knee away or pull it in. I kind of like the sensation of pulling it in, getting the stretch here in the back. Back to neutral, rise up. You can keep your left leg as it is or lay it down, squeeze your right knee in. If you need to, you bring your right knee towards your right armpit, so it just kind of gives you a little bit more space so your chest isn't in the way. And then half happy baby, peace fingers around your right big toe, and then knee comes towards your armpit, and then leg up towards the sky. From there, straighten your leg. If you can't keep the bind in your knee, your toe, I actually have a hard time with that. So you might have to release and hold onto your leg. Let's just get this stretch here. Extend through your heel. Make sure your right hip is anchored down. And then bend your knee one more time, and then take it over to the left. You can grab onto your right foot with your left hand and extend out to the left, and right arm goes out to the right. So I like this position because it gets the big stretch on the outer hip. It's kind of like where people would describe where they stretch the IT band. You really don't want to stretch the IT band, but it's kind of in that area here. Bend your knee, come back to center, both feet on the mat. Figure 4, second side, left ankle onto left thigh. Find the position that works for you. Flex left foot to help protect your knee. I know it doesn't feel like anything is happening when you have your knee bent, but over time, if anything happens to your knee, it's just a nice way to prevent any additional damage or injury, keeping that left foot flexed here. Gently release your right foot down. Keep everything in a figure 4, just everything goes over to the right. And then maybe again, push left knee away or pull it in, left arm out to the left. Gently release, bring your legs back to neutral. Squeeze your left knee in as your right leg either stays planted on the mat or lay it long on the mat. Again, you're welcome to bring your left knee towards your left shoulder if that's helpful to get into this stretch. And half happy baby, fingers around your big toe and opening here. You can also grab behind your thigh or your ankle. I didn't say that on the other side, but or you can grab onto your outer foot. A lot of teachers teach that position too. And breathe. And then extend left leg towards the sky. If you can, keeping that bind on your leg here. My shoulder lifts a lot, so it doesn't work for me, but maybe it'll work for you. Keep your left hip planted into the mat though. Extend through your heel. And bend your left knee, bend both knees, bring them into your chest. Let's find a happy baby here. Maybe rocking side to side, maybe straightening one leg and then the other. And then knees into your chest. Finding Shavasana, whatever position that is for you. So traditionally Shavasana is legs long on the mat, arms long by your sides. You can also have your feet together, knees out wide for a hip opener, a front hip opener. You can also do what we did earlier with your feet a little bit wider and knees touching in. This will help to push your lower back into the mat. If your lower back is tender, this can be really supportive, but it also opens up the backs of your hips into your sacrum. I'm going to guide us into a gentle Shavasana. You're welcome to stay longer than how I cue. You're welcome just to enjoy this moment. You can stop the video here if you want to just relax on your Shavasana in peace. I totally understand. Do what works for you. No judgments. No judgments. Once you find that position of Shavasana, if you're staying with me, go ahead and take a deep breath in. Feel the breath go all the way into your hips. Maybe your shoulders lift a little. And then exhale, let it go. Feel your body melting and pushing down into your mat. Deep breath in. Feel your belly expand. Your breath goes all the way down into your hips. And exhale, let it go. Feel your body getting lighter as you get heavier on your mat. Inhale. Exhale. On this breath, inhale your breath all the way into your toes, your feet, your ankles, your calves, your knees, your upper thighs, and exhale, release, let go, relax your thighs, your knees, your shins, your calves, your ankles, and your feet. Take a breath in, feeling your breath go into your hips, filling into your pelvis, your lower abs, your lower back, your core. And exhale, relax, release any tension in through your hips, your lower back, and your core. Take a breath in, feel your chest expand in all directions. Feeling a gentle feedback of your back pushing into the mat. And exhale, feel your chest contract back to neutral. Relaxing into this moment. Take a breath in, feel your breath go into your fingertips, into your hands, your wrists, your forearms, your elbows, your upper arms. And exhale, relax your upper arms, your elbows, your forearms, your wrists, and your hands. Deep breath in, feel your breath go into your lungs. Notice your shoulders, your neck, your jaw. And exhale, relax into your shoulder, your upper back, and your neck. Inhale. Notice your face, your cheeks, your jaw, your forehead. And exhale, relax your face, your jaw, releasing any facial expressions that are no longer needed. Take a breath in. Feel your whole body expanding in 360 degrees. And as you exhale, feel your whole body melting into your mat, Relaxing, releasing, getting completely heavy. Breath in. And breath out. Allow your body just to relax and surrender into your Shavasana. Start to notice your body in space. Notice your breath here. Taking a deeper breath than you did in your last breath. Start to make gentle movements in through your hands and your feet. Moving those movements to be bigger into your legs and your arms. Extending your legs long, arms long overhead, taking a full body stretch like you're just waking up for the first time today. Maybe reaching up towards the right a little bit more, and then releasing, and then the left a little bit more, and release. Stay in the stretch as long as you'd like, and when you're ready, making your way to the fetal position on either side. Using your bottom arm as a pillow. Take a moment and acknowledge yourself for making it to your mat, for giving back to yourself and loving yourself like only you can do. It's a very powerful practice you've set in place. Acknowledge yourself for that. And then use your top hand, push yourself up to a seated position. Once seated, feel your sit bones on the ground, sit up tall. Roll your shoulders back a couple times, feeling that release in through your neck and your shoulders. Bring your hands to your heart, gently pressing your thumbs into your sternum, creating balance throughout your whole body through your hands. Maybe you feel your heart beating in your chest. Take a deep breath in here. And open your mouth, let it go. One more breath together. Inhale. Pause here, take in more air. Pause, pierce your lips, sip in air through your mouth. And pause, bring your shoulder blades down your back. Find comfort in this uncomfortableness. And open your mouth, exhale, let it go. It is such an honor to guide you through your practice. Thank you for joining in. I hope you have a lovely day. Namaste.